Hello everyone, good day. Today I'll be presenting you how to create a straight through and a crossover cable using a category 5E or Cat 5E network cable. So in this process, you're gonna need a crimping tool. So this one that I have here is called wire stripper and crimper. But sad to say, this crimping tool that I have here has no holes for the RG45. So there's no holes to crimp the RG45. So I'm gonna need a flathead screwdriver. So I'm gonna use this one for pushing the pins of the RG45. So I'm gonna use also a utility knife and a scissor. It can use for cutting the unnecessary wires. So here's the RG45 and the Cat 5E cable, network cable. So I have here two, one for straight through cable and the other one is for the crossover. The first is straight through cable. So there are two standards in straight through cable, T568A and T568B. So I'm gonna choose T568B. So in creating a straight through cable, the first step is to remove this protective coating with measure 1 inch. So you're gonna measure an inch, then remove it using your UTP or your crimping tool. So this one. So this one I find it much easier because it's very easy to strip this one. I'm gonna just put it right here, and then here it goes. So for the next step, so as you have observed, this is, you can see 4 pairs of wires. So for the next step, you will untwist these wires, or you're gonna unpair these 4 pairs of wires. So I've already done it, so you can see now 8 wires. So for the third step, you're gonna arrange these wires according to straight through pattern. So in straight through pattern, just like this one. So the straight through pattern, you're gonna arrange this in a pattern of, first is the orange white, and then orange, and then green white, and then blue, then blue white, then color green, and brown white, and color brown. So you're gonna hold this like this, and then after this one, you're gonna measure ½ inch and then cut it evenly. So after cutting it evenly, so it will be like this. Then you're gonna get your RG45, then insert it to the RG45. So in inserting the wires to the RG45, it should be, you're gonna face like this. So this one should, this part here, and then slide it slowly, and then push. So after pushing it, after inserting the Cat 5E to the RG45, all you have to do now is to crimp this one, so that the pins of the RG45 will push to the wires. So use your crimping tool, but as what I've said, this crimping tool that I have has no holes for the RG45, so I'm gonna use my flathead screwdriver. So I'm gonna push these pins one by one. So if you don't have, if you're gonna do the same process as I have using the flathead screwdriver, you just push it one by one. So here it is. So as you can see, the wire is already, the pins of the RG45 was already pushed down. So for the other end, just do the same process as what I have presented to you earlier. So for the other end, you just measure 1 inch again, and then use your crimping tool. And that's it. So that is, that's the process in creating a straight through cable. So this one. So for the crossover, so the first step is, the same with the straight through. You're gonna measure 1 inch, then remove the protective coating. So we're gonna measure 1 inch, or this one, 1 inch, and put it right here. So just like this one, and then untwist these 4 pairs of wires. So after, untwisting these wires, arrange this into arrange according to crossover pattern, just like this one. So we have to arrange this in crossover pattern. So after arranging these wires, measure an half inch, then cut it, just like what we did in straight through. Then get the RG45, then insert it to the RG45. So just slide it slowly. So after inserting it to the RG45, crimp this one using your crimping tool. And as what I have said earlier, I don't have this crimping tool don't have holes for RG45, so I'm gonna use the flathead screwdriver. So now if you're using a flathead screwdriver, the same process as what I did. Just push these pins one by one, so don't be rushed. So here it is. This is the crossover pattern. So for the other end, measure 1 inch again, as what we did the last time, and then unpair these wires. So after unpairing these wires, this time you will arrange these wires into according to straight through pattern. So after arranging it, you're gonna measure half inch, then cut it. Then get the RG45 and insert it to the RG45. Just slide it slowly. This time we're gonna crimp this one. Just, push it one by one. And here it goes. So this is the crossover. And that's it. So this is the straight through cable, and this is the crossover cable. So that's it. This is Jericho Condi, Bsmx 1-A.